Good evening, everyone. This is Brother Phil, Brother Amir. Wake up, everybody. It's November the 13th, 2024. Brother Phil, it's been a week since the election, and we know who's going to be running the show for the next 4 years. And yourself and I have been very fortunate that we have started investing in cryptocurrency
Yeah.
and altcoins several years now. And we've been playing the patient game like many others. But now, as we've seen in the last 5 days, it's been a bull rush. And like I shared with you, just paying attention to these different news programs and some of the reasons is the vice president to be, the president to be, some of his cabinet members that he has not announced, as well as Elon Musk, are all pushing cryptocurrency. They want to be in the same digital space as BRICS, the same digital space as China. China is the leader right now in cryptocurrency.
Okay.
And they want to make sure that they're not left behind where they're totally dependent on these other countries. So, in saying that, we've said this, and it's still to this day, they said the same thing we've been saying before. There's less than 2% globally that people are invested in digital currency. I've had calls these last several days, friends, loved ones, about opening up digital wallets, you know, invest in what you can, you know what I mean? Just to get a foot in the game because this is going to change people's lives and families' lives for generations
Yeah.
if you're involved with the right things. What you take?
Yeah, my take, I've seen my portfolio take a jump, and it's kind of been like at a baseline, just little back and forth, no real forward movement.
Right.
And during the presidential run, there were a lot of noise out there, but there was a lot of conversation too about cryptocurrency being one of the things that the Republicans were going to advocate.
Right.
So I've seen it, and as you just stated, anybody out there listening, um, Robinhood is a simple one to download,
Mm-hmm.
and you can go on there and you can invest a few dollars. Right now Bitcoin, I think it reached the all-time high about 92,000
Mm-hmm.
today or yesterday,
Today. Yep.
and quite naturally, unless you have it like that, but no one's going to spend $92,000 or more shot. But you can buy incremental. You know what I mean? $5, $10, and while we're speaking on it, I've got to create some wallets for my grandchildren. I've been putting something away for them, so it's
Mm-hmm.
time for me to come out now and put the little, digital wallets together for them,
Mm-hmm.
and then just let it sit. As you said, it's going to change lives. So what Brother Amir stated when he says that, not sure how people out here how adept you are to investing, but this is the time. Get with your family, friends, spend a night or two learning about this stuff. It's really not that difficult, but open
Mm-hmm.
up a wallet, spend $100, $200 somehow, but get in. And
Absolutely.
there are people out here in this digital space that are giving free information,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not a game; it's the real deal. As Brother Near stated in regards to China, do your research. Brazil, Russia, these other countries are getting away from the paper currency that we're used to,
Mm-hmm.
and they want to break free of the American grip
Mm-hmm.
on currency. And this is the way. It's digital currency.
Mm-hmm.
So get yourselves involved, learn a little bit, invest a little bit of money.
Absolutely. There was an example today. Just think about this. The example was there's a coin called XRP. That platform is going to be for the movement of money. So just think about your debit card, your credit card, okay, Cash App, Zelle, anything where there's movement of money. XRP is the platform for
Okay.
that on the digital space. They said this: if you invest $640, people buying sneakers more than $600, people buying bags, We even seeing now brothers and sisters getting haircuts for more than $640. Which is insane, right? Investing $640 in XRP. They say you stand a great chance of that $640 in the next 36 months gaining $1 million in profit. Because XRP is not just going to be here. Russia said they're not going to change how that platform looks in their country. China said they're not going to change how that platform looks in their country. At South Africa as well as Brazil, some of the main players of the BRICS. So, in saying that, just think about the thousands and millions and trillions of transactions every single second that we just know here domestically.
Yeah, yeah.
Now we're talking about globally. Global. If anybody could just think about that, and you get a percentage, a small percentage, will change your life. $640. When he showed me that on TV, when I was looking at it, I was like, man, too many times we always use, I wish I coulda, shoulda, woulda. Get in,
Yeah.
get in soon. Like Brother Phil said, if it's $100, $200, okay. If you got a certain amount of funds that you set aside every single paycheck, take $25, $30. Just put it in, and then watch and see what happens. It will continue to grow. Now, Bitcoin, that's the signature coin, but there's altcoins that are fractions of a penny, not even a penny yet,
Yeah.
that are fractions.
Yeah.
For instance, XRP right now is at 70 cents,
Right.
so less than $1. Last week, it was at 53 cents. Now it's at 70 cents, and in less than a week. You know, earlier this year, it was at 48 cents. I pay attention because I have a lot of it.
Right.
Something to think about. You know, any of the people that know me that will get this, if you want some help, you can reach out to me. I will show you. Doesn't cost you anything outside of your time. And doing your own due diligence. I can give you, and Brother Phil can give you the foundation on how to set up an account and some of the things that we have invested in, but it will be up to you doing your own due diligence. You know, everything now is on social media, whether it's YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. All this information is there. You don't have to really buy a lot of stuff, but just Google some of this stuff. If you see something that may interest you, you can Google it and see what this particular coin or altcoin is doing. You want something that has some kind of movement versus just the coin itself. Something that has some kind of transaction, or data that's crossing these coins. Those are the coins that are going to be extremely viable in this coming future. Some of the other ones that I'm looking at are the ones that are dealing with gas and electricity. Because a lot of these coins are running on gas. But the ones that are running on electricity, Elon Musk has a host of them that he's creating because he wants to well, again, with these electricity batteries and electric cars. This is all playing into the things that he wants to do. And he's going to be a part of this administration, whether people know it or not. He will be a part of this administration.
Yeah. And then remember this when you speak his name. Remember, this guy has a company called SpaceX. For everybody that's familiar, right? SpaceX. So America, along with Russia and probably China and a few others, they've been trying to think about ways to colonize another planet, right? So wealthy people like him who have the funds that he can try to colonize, right? So all this money that you hear about him making, he's investing in space exploration deeply. But for us, like Brother Amir speaking, you got Christmas coming up. For myself, he just gave me a great idea. I've got some funds for my grandchildren, and just him using the 640 example. I was born in 1964, so I'm gonna take $640 per grandchild, and I'm getting XRP. And remember, these are children. I'm just gonna put it away. Let nature does what it do.
Right, right.
And if the prognostication that someone came out, I will just have made my grandchildren millionaires.
That's right. And even if it falls short, brother,
If it don't, I mean,
250,000,
that's yeah. Oh
300,000,
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
a half a million.
yeah, yeah,
You
yeah,
know, but
yeah.
we do know this: XRP is this going to be the signature platform for movement of funds.
Right, and that's in for anyone that's not familiar, because I am already on XRP, but they had a SEC investigation that held them back for probably about 3 years.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So they were kind of stuck in the mud. And I had someone that was heavily invested, two gentlemen, heavily invested in SRP. They were speaking of it. This is 4 or 5 years ago, and they came, gave us some information on it. I did invest in it. I held, it did flatline for a minute because the SEC was hanging over their head. But now that you shared that information, for everyone out there, XRP. As Brother Amir just stated, if it's 70 something cents, less than $1, and he gave an example of $640. If you invest with a friend, I mean, at the end of the day,
Right, right.
get in, because I hear people's stories about Bitcoin when it first started.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know anything about it. Had a coworker, his wife, and this is probably 7 years ago. He said she does taxes, so someone had given her 100 bitcoins, 100 bitcoins for doing their taxes. And at the time, it was a new thing.
Right.
So all she did was use them for something else. Do the math on 100 bitcoins right now tonight at 92,000 per share.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, as Brother Mir just stated, the one he spoke of, XRP, yeah, we're not experts. He does his due diligence. You can read for yourself. Out here on the digital space, social media, there's experts out here explaining to you
Right.
what's going on.
Right. What I would add too, brother, is think about how many of us in our lifetime have invested in 401ks, you know, all the things that we want to be able to say that we have when it's time for us to transition away from work,
Right,
where you
right.
have invested in your future. And they've already said this. So if it's going digital, no more money. So everything is a digital wallet.
Yeah.
It's just like right now, if you take out your debit card or your credit card and it has like a half a moon, you just got to tap it on the machine
Yeah.
and it automatically deducts the funds out of your account.
Right.
Right? So they've already said this. And a lot of times people are in denial that this is not going to happen. But they've already said, folks that are heavily invested in all these different programs, 401ks and things that think we can cash out. Because when it's time for you to cash out on a 401k, you're still taxed.
Yeah.
You know, your money's taxed going in and money taxed going out,
Oh, yeah.
right? So with the digital currency, you could have, let's say you had 250,000 in your 401k. You may not have anything in the next couple of years.
Right. Right.
Nothing. And I know that's hard to swallow,
Yeah.
but a lot of folks will be in for a rude awakening when the U.S. currency has been replaced by digital currencies.
Yeah.
It's here, ladies and gentlemen. It's happening. It was at one time just individuals investing in crypto, meaning Bitcoin and
Right.
some of the other small coins at that particular time.
Yeah.
Now you have nations, you have Fortune 500 companies investing billions, not millions, billions and trillions of funds into these digital currencies.
Yeah.
It's the U.S. dollar has had its run,
Yeah.
okay? And they tell you that every day if you're paying attention. The U.S. dollar has had its run. It is coming to an end, and it's coming faster than we think. Prepare yourself, do your due diligence, look into cryptocurrency, digital wallets. Not saying, you know, go berserk and empty out everything that you have, but start with something. Start with something. Again, like Brother Phil stated, you can open a wallet with $5. You can open a wallet with $100,000. That's your preference. That's your choice. But start a wallet and see how right now you can control how you buy, how you sell. There's no time frame. They don't close. Cryptocurrency doesn't close. It's open 24 hours, 7 days a week, 365. This is a global thing, not a U.S. thing. So, in saying that, you know, thanks for tuning in.
Well, I got one more thing before we
Okay.
close out. While we're talking about this cryptocurrency, and of course we know quite often there's people out here that this may go over your head, but the due diligence aspect that Brother Amir always speaks of, please do it. Don't miss out. Today, I had a conversation with a gentleman at work, an app. It's called Autopilot. It's an app called Autopilot. Do yourself a favor, download Autopilot. And what it is, some gentleman was tracking our congressional members. Because think about it, our Congress members are the ones that set most of the laws that we deal with. So they have what do they call like inside information when it comes
Inside
to
trading.
what's going on in the finance world. So they have to disclose publicly to the American public, but most people don't go look this information up, where they invest their money. So if you go on autopilot, you'll get to see our top politicians' portfolios, where they invest their money. The gentleman said he mirrored Nancy Pelosi's portfolio, and he mimicked her portfolio. He invested in what she was investing in. He's seen wild gains on his investments. So do yourself a favor. It's called Autopilot. Download it, just look at it, and start reading about it. So do yourselves a favor, people. Get involved, invest in it. As Brother Amir said, you don't have to go out on a limb. $50 to $100 will get you a start.
Right. That's a good plug. I can't wait to, start looking at that autopilot for myself that you just shared with not the viewing audience, but you shared with me early on.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've seen it on. I haven't seen that, but I've seen it on 60 Minutes
Yeah.
and some of the other programs. How a politician could be a school teacher. A year later, they worth millions, right? So how could you be a school teacher, congressperson, or congresswoman, and then the next year you worth millions,
Oh yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Inside trading. They get the first plug because they're passing all these bills to benefit certain types of organizations.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, until next time, this is Amir. Peace out.
Yeah. Brother Phil. Peace, y'all.